frustrating sort of night for Arsenal for just the second time in 32 matches in all competitions this season. They have failed to score. The first time was also against Liverpool. Mikel Arteta with Patrick Davison.
Well, Mikel, if you can't win, don't lose is a well-worn footballing phrase. Does it apply to Arsenal tonight?
Well, we know that the margins are very small. I think we have two different halves. The first one where we have a lot of domination, created some big situation with players almost inside the 6-yard box to pick a player up, and we didn't find the right pass to score the goal. And the second half was a bit more struggle. We were very imprecise with the ball, which it didn't allow us to counter press and be very close to the structure. Obviously, they have a lot of midfielders. They start to drop everybody so they can put a lot of passes together outside the organization without really having anybody in the box, because I don't think we conceded a single shot apart from the mistake that we did in the first half. But these games then need some magic moment, and at Anfield, so they did it and they won the game, and today it didn't happen. But you cannot win it, that you cannot lose it.
You said before the match you kind of knew how they would play from seeing their team. Did they do what you expected?
Yeah.
Go on. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, you see the game, so I knew that we're putting a lot of midfielders in. You know what they're going to have. I knew that they're not going to be very aggressive in the high press, that after they're going to start to drop everybody, with Wirtz playing as a false nine and being difficult to press them if you don't regain the ball in the next 3 or 4 passes. And that's what we expected. And then we have some moments where we have the right positional advantages to really hurt them, and when we got into these areas we lacked that quality to pick the player and score goals.
Yeah, and maybe a few balls flashed across their goal mouth that you would have wanted someone on the end of.
And 2 or 3 times that Victor is completely free between the keeper and the centre backs, and a lot of situations that we get there. The final one that we have an incredible cross from Noni, and Gavi is there. Normally it's a goal, and it is not. But that's football. I mean, we come from a very, very demanding schedule. The last 6 games that we play in this Christmas period, and we've come out of that in a really strong position.
Yeah, so just in terms of maybe not only Kerkez but probably every attacking player on both sides having a difficult night, would you say that's more down in Victor's case to a lack of supply to him than anything he did right or wrong tonight?
No, he did a lot of things right. At the end, the ball has to arrive there to have the opportunity to do it, and you're playing against 2 world-class centre-backs as well. They know very well what to do to stop you. That's why they are the champions.
Can you just tell us, you've obviously worked with him for a long time, the type of character Gabriel Martinelli is, because there's obviously that moment at the end where it looks like Conor Bradley might be seriously injured, and he goes to roll him off the pitch. Has he just made a mistake there, your player?
Probably he doesn't know, because knowing Gavi is zero intention. I don't know what happened to Conor, but hopefully it's not bad. But obviously there is no intention from Gavi to do anything bad to him.
Thank you for answering that. Just summing up the whole period then, you touched on it already. I think you went into the Everton game just before Christmas, actually at kick-off, second in the table. You come out of that schedule 6 points clear. So overall, I guess you feel really positive about what you've done over the last few weeks.
I think the desire and the quality that the boys showed in this period, which is the most demanding one through the year, to do what they've done, big credit to them. And as I said, coming out through that period in the position that we are, I think we have to be proud. There are things to improve as always, and today we're going to get a few of them to be better, and we keep going.
Okay, so it doesn't feel like too much of an opportunity missed tonight?
You want to take all of them, but if that's the case, we will be 15 points ahead, and this is the Premier League, and we all know how difficult it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Well, that was interesting, and that is the target. That remains the target for Arsenal, winning their first title since 2004, and runners-up in the last 3 years. It's now 22 years, or it would be. And so, of course, it's going to be tense, but in the context that Arsenal actually led by 2 points on Christmas Day. And moving on to the 27th, City actually went first that day, so Arsenal went into their game in second place, as Patrick was explaining there to Mikel Arteta. He didn't need reminding, actually. But from that point, to be behind, and now to be leading 6 points, then surely that is something that Arsenal have to be very happy about, Roy.
I'd be very pleased, and he spoke well there, the manager, a lot of common sense. Listen, of course they've got big challenges, disappointed with the performance I suppose tonight, but a clean sheet, another point, and you're 6 points clear after 21 games. What a position to be in, absolutely fantastic. But you have to still believe Man City Aston Villa will keep trying to hunt them down. It'll be interesting the next few weeks in terms of the transfer window. Will players, obviously, will clubs strengthen? We see what City were going to do. Will Arsenal strengthen? But at this moment in time, Arsenal obviously red hot favourites to win that title.
But might they see it as a missed opportunity, Daniel, as by the same token?
No, I think they'll be pleased with the point. Of course, the first half performance, they would have thought that they could have scored there. But look, you know, they're comfortable at the top of the league right now. They've been performing very well and beaten over the Christmas period. I mean, you know, the manager will be very proud of his team, considering, you know, where they've come from and all that they've put into this season. He's got to be happy.
Well done for maintaining your poise as Gary arrives in a heap next to you. we were just hearing from Mikel Arteta, Gary, welcome back, on whether this was a missed opportunity or whether they should actually be really happy with where they are. 6 points clear, having been 2 points ahead at Christmas.
I think both. I mean, I don't think he'll let that performance go tonight without thinking it's disappointing that his team haven't turned up. It's such a big game where the crowd were ready. It wasn't a celebration night where they were going to win the league, but it felt like a big monumental moment where they could go and get that 8 points clear, statement victory, everybody watching. But brilliant what Liverpool did in the second half. It's very difficult to actually turn a performance around when you're so defensively minded like they were, to go and then flip it into a dominating possession-based performance in the second half. That was the big surprise, and I think it shocked Arsenal.